Hello, in today's video we are going to talk about the determinant of a matrix. So every square matrix has a real number called its determinant. The determinant of a matrix A is denoted as DETA, or these are like absolute value bars. All right, the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix is called a second order determinant. To find the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix, you use the rule. Given A equals A, B, C, D, then the determinant of A equals AD minus CB. So if we look at number 1, our determinant is going to be -4 times -10 is positive 40 minus 3 times 5, which is 15. So 25 is the determinant. And it's that simple. You just have to make sure that you do them in the right order. So these go first minus these. Now for a 3 by 3, it's more difficult and there's a whole set of steps here. I'm just going to explain it as I go, and you can use the steps to remind you as you're working on these. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to rewrite the first 2 columns to the right of the matrix. So this column we're going to write right here. Then this column we're going to write next to it. Okay. I'm going to try and color code these to make it a little bit easier for you to understand exactly what we're doing. So the first thing that we want to do is find the sum of the products of each downward diagonal. So this sounds confusing, but we want to find the diagonals that start at the top and go to the bottom. So if we start here with the 3, we want this one, and this one. So we're calling these the downward diagonals because they start at the bottom on the left, or they start at the top on the left and they go down. So the down diagonals are going to be 3 times 4 times -1, which is going to give us -12. -7 times -5 times 1 gives us positive 35. And then 2 times -5 times positive 5 gives us -50. Then we add these together, and we're going to get -27. So now we need to do the upward diagonals. These are the ones that start at the bottom and go up. So our upward diagonals are going to give us 1 times 4 times 2, which equals 8. We're going to get 5 times -5 times 3, which is going to give us -75. And the last one is -1 times -5 times -7, which is going to be -35. We're going to add these together to get -102. Then, to find the determinant, we take the downward diagonals, -27, and we subtract the upward diagonals, so -102. And I'll just put it in parentheses because there's 2 negatives here. So -27 minus -102 is going to give us a determinant of 75. So your answer is 75. So we're going to skip to number 9 and talk about applications. We can find the area of a triangle by using the determinant. So the area of a triangle is 1/2 the absolute value of the determinant of x. And then x is this matrix down here. So the 3 points are given, here's our 3 x values and our 3 y values, and then the last column will always be ones. So we want to start by finding the determinant of that matrix. So I'm going to come over here. Actually, we'll go down here. So the determinant of x, to find that, we're going to start by making a matrix. And we're going to take all the x values, so -5, 3, and 7. -5, 3, 7. Then we're going to have all our y values in the same order, like we need to keep the pairs together. So -2, 9, -4, and the last column is all ones. Now to find the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix, we need to copy the first 2 columns again. And then we will do our diagonal multiplication. So our down diagonals, remember these start at the top and go down. We're going to get -5 times 9 times 1, which is -45. Our second one is going to be -2 times 1 times 7, so -14. Our third one is going to be 1 times 3 times -4, which is going to be -12. And when we add these together, we're going to get -71. So then our up diagonals are going to be, they start at the bottom left and go up. So 7 times 9 times 1, that's 63. Then -4 times 1 times -5 is +20. And then 1 times 3 times -2 is -6. And when we add those together, we get 77. So -71. -71 minus 77 is what our determinant of x is going to be. That turns out to be -148. So then when we bring that back up here, we have the area equals 1/2 the absolute value of -148. And that is going to give us a +74 for the area of this triangle. Now for number 10, this is the last one we're going to do together today. It says Wellspring is 14 miles north and 3 miles east of Chester. Hillford is 8 miles east and 5 miles north of Chester. Find the area of the land formed between these 3 towns. So the first thing that we need to know for this is our directions. So this is north, south, east, and west. And we're going to call, since both of these use Chester as a reference point, we're going to say that Chester is the origin. So Chester is going to be 0.00 because we have to have coordinate points to be able to use our triangle method here. So Wellspring is 14 miles north and 3 miles east. So if we went 14 miles north and 3 miles east, that would be somewhere up here, and the point would be 3,14. So it's a little confusing because they give you north to south first, but north to south is up and down, and that goes in the place of y. So then it says Hillford is 8 miles east and 5 miles north. So again, we're going north and east, so both of these are going to be positive. The left to right direction goes first, so it's 8 miles east and 5 miles north. So we now have 3 coordinate pairs to be able to use in our determinant, or in our area formula, I guess. So the area is 1/2 the absolute value of the determinant of x. So we need to go figure out what the determinant of x is. And to do that, we start with a matrix. So we have 0, 3, 8, 0, 14, 5, 1, 1, 1. And then we have to copy down the first 2 columns. And then do our downs and our ups. So the down, and we always start with the downs, and I remember that by we start at the top left, because that's where we would normally start, and the only way to go diagonal from here is to go down. So 0 times 14 times 1 is 0. Now we're going to do this one. 0 times 1 times 8 is also 0. 1 times 3 times 5 is 15. So our down ones are going to add up to 15. And I just kind of shortened that into less writing and fewer steps. So our up ones are going to be 8 times 14 times 1, which gives us 112. 5 times 1 times 0, that's 0. And 1 times 3 times 0 is 0. So we get 112. So our determinant of x is 15 minus 112. And that's going to give us negative 97. And our area is 1/2 the absolute value of negative 97. So half of positive 97 is going to be 48.5. And in this one, we have units, so this is in square miles, because our distances were all given in miles. All right, that is all for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great day.